4.5 kilometres to go. We're approaching the end, and here comes Nicholas Roach. Just starts to move up. Richie Porte, his teammate, is the man he'll be trying to ride for here. But 33 seconds up ahead at around 3 kilometres, more or less exactly from the start of the final climb. The Mur de Fayence, 1.3 kilometres at 9.8%. Simon Yates is still out there. And, well, Nicholas Roach, I think he's putting the last bit of energy he has in for his teammate here, Sean.
Yes, well, I think that's what he's got to do, and it's going to be an interesting one, as we were just talking about that. Richie Porte, he needs it to be difficult, you know, from a long ways out, and Roach is just going to try and ride into the bottom of the steep part of the climb as hard as he can here. We can see, you know, he's suffering, he's pulling faces there, and not surprising because he's already had difficulty on Borrigai. He made a big effort to get back in there, but yeah, doing what he can for his leader here.
Contador is there, Izaguirres, both Izaguirres are there. Fulsang, Zakharin, Ulissi, Galopin. And Tony Galopin is one to watch, of course. He looked very, very good on the first ascent, did Tony Galopin. He lies at 33 seconds from the lead of Julien Alaphilippe. He's second placed on the general classification. By the way, talking of the Izaguirres, Gorka is the man who's in third place at the minute at 47 seconds. So, back onto the main road we go. And we're into the final little road at the start of the climb. 2 kilometres until Simon Yates begins the final ascent to the line. And it's approaching 40 seconds now. This is looking very, very good for Simon Yates. You only have to hope, unlike Alberto Contador in 2009, Sean, if you're in an Orica Scott persuasion, that he's eaten and drunk properly, because Contador after that error was lambasted by Lance Armstrong, wasn't he? They were in the same team at the time. Armstrong obviously wanted the lead for the Tour de France, which he didn't get in the end. Contador ending up winning it, but of course he made that mistake of not eating enough. Simon Yates, you'll be hoping for him that he's done the same, and he's exactly fueled himself as he should have done.
Yes, well, we can see here now he's just inside the 3 kilometres to go, and 40 seconds advantage is looking real good for Yates, unless, you know, there's other riders that will really push on here before we get to the bottom of the climb. But if he gets onto the climb with this 40 plus second advantage, you know, then he should have enough to hold on for stage victory.
And it's increasing, 43 to 44, 2.7 kilometres to go. Remember, 10 seconds bonus for the winner. And that's Fayence. That's where we're headed. That's how steep it is. The climb just goes to the left-hand side. You could see it there. Nicholas Roach won't be able to see it. I doubt he can see much at the minute, such is the effort. Irish champion really honouring his national jersey here. Giving it absolutely everything. Same with Conrad on the back. What a ride the other day it was for Sam Bennett. The Austrian proving that he's a very versatile rider. Dan Martin, third wheel. Just behind him, though, his team leader. And the man in yellow, Julien Alaphilippe. French press today said that today should have been for him. He also said that perhaps the best form of defence was attack, because he knows that the weekend that he's up against riders much more suited to the longer climbs. Do you think he'd settle for finishing in second place here behind Simon Yates and taking 6 bonus seconds?
I'm not sure. Alaphilippe is a rider, you know, he's never afraid to attack at any time, any place, and I'd not be surprised when we get onto this final climb, you know, from 600 or 800 metres out, he could really push on himself, because he is that sort of explosive rider. He can do that, and yeah, try and pull back Yates with this big advantage he's got now, because you see 46 seconds is still drawing out. Difficult to see anybody able to close down this gap. But again, as I mentioned, when you're out in front riding on your own, it can have an effect when you hit the steep ramp in the end.
Yeah, the gradient at some points here, if you just blow, you'll blow to a standstill, won't you? And here we go. This is the moment of truth, because Simon Yates is about to hit the climb. It really ramps up as he turns left here, and we hit gradients of almost 20%, Sean.
Yes, immediately we hit very steep gradient. We just get up a little bit further more. There's a real steep gradient, and there's a number of them on it. And we can see the way Yates is, you know, out of the saddle here, dancing on the pedals quite well. He's still looking very good, and with that 46 seconds, I don't think that he is going to be pulled back by the chasing group of big favourites.
He started looking very, very good as Simon Yates moves from that aero tuck position to be out on the pedals, dancing away with 1 kilometre to go. 50 seconds, says the chalkboard up ahead. Behind, I think the fireworks are about to explode as well. Julian Alaphilippe in the yellow jersey. There's Contador, there's Henao in the Colombian champions jersey. And here they go. It's going to be Sky to lead it up with Nieve. Henao is looking for the wheel, I think, of Alaphilippe, and everybody will be watching the man in the yellow jersey. Port is going to give it a go here. Alaphilippe behind, I think, is also looking around, looks to Dan Martin and looks for the wheel. Henao is going to follow him, and it's Richie Port who's having a real go behind. Richie Port in the black and red of BMC. Looking behind for Contador. He's on the wheel of Gorka Zaguirre. Tony Galopin started well as well, so nobody really dropped just yet.
No, nobody yet, but another attack like this, Richie Port, he's just put in his first punch here. Will there be somebody else who will try another one? Because Richie Port, the way he rides, he rides a very strong pace in the front, but not hugely explosive. If somebody else is capable of putting in one of these real punchers of attack, well, then we could see this group splitting. But we can see there just gaps starting to appear, half bike length, wheel bike length between some of the riders.
Well, we're well inside the final kilometre here. Richie Port is there. Jersey open, breathing deeply, looks behind to see the damage, and there isn't that much damage. Even Ulissi is hanging on behind, swings across to the right. Alaphilippe and Henao wait and look around. Contador right in the middle, but Gil is there as well, as is Dan Martin further back. Zakharin at the very back of the group looks to be slipping and sliding as Port puts in another dig. And at the minute, Alaphilippe can't respond. Alaphilippe at the moment cannot respond. It's Tony Galopin, the only man who is looking to catch Richie Port. Surprises. So Galopin, Henao looks behind, and I think they realise they might be able to try and put time here in Alaphilippe.
Yes, we can see there that there's a little bit of a difficulty for Alaphilippe, but we see Yates here.
Talking of difficulties.
Yes, he's on a difficult section, of course, but I think the advantage he had turning into the bottom of this climb, he should be able to hold on.
Gorka Zaguirre was in trouble behind, but still 500 metres to go for Simon Yates. Oh, I wonder if he's hit the wall. This is Henao as Alaphilippe looks to recover. Galopin is the man himself who's hit the wall, I think, and slips and slides back. This is Sergio Luis Henao looking $1 million at the moment on the road. He's got that funny section where it snakes around the S-Pen. They've got to really control the gap. They've got to really control the bike as well, as Contador and Zakharin both start to get into the climb and start to gain. We've no time gaps at the minute, but Henao looks like he's travelling.
Yes, well, he's giving it everything. He knows he has the gap. He's looked around there. He has 30, 40 metres of an advantage, and he can see that Alaphilippe is struggling. And he's just going to go, all the way now, and give it your 100% and see how many seconds he can take from the other favourites.
Dan Martin improving. Dan Martin reaches Alaphilippe. I think he's got around him. This is Simon Yates, who again looks composed, looks good. This is the easier part of the gradient, but it kicks up again to the line. He's inside the final 200 metres now, and I think Simon Yates looks like he's about to take the stage. Looks behind. He's going to have the stage, but what sort of time can he pull out? The motorbike behind brings up Henao, who also is travelling. He's going to move up the overall general classification, but the man in the white jersey moves up in the GC and is going to add a Paris stage to his palmarès. An attack over the first penultimate climb, but on the final climb over the line, it's Simon Yates who takes the stage. And Henao is going to take second, so 10 bonus seconds for Yates, 6 for Henao, and then they'll be counting back all the way to Alaphilippe, Contador and the rest. 15 behind to Henao. Nobody yet in sight. Dan Martin is helping Alaphilippe to the line. I wonder who's going to take the bonus seconds. In the end, it's going to be Port to take the bonus seconds. Good ride from Dan Martin, who really did a team job there. Contador comes in the group behind with Galopin, Zakharin. And in the meantime, Gorka Zaguirre is one of the day's losers. He just loses a handful of seconds there. Explosion on the Mur de Fayence. But it was the attack over the penultimate climb that did the job for Simon Yates. He had enough to hang on, winning by 15 seconds from Sergio Luis Henao. The day belongs to Simon Yates of Orica Scott, who takes stage 6 at Paris-Nice. A super strong Yates takes a stage win at Paris-Nice.